gentlemen, my name is Luke Olson, and together with my team, we are proud to be introducing a new generation of cell phone cases. A generation that includes durability with creativity and innovation all rolled into one. Introducing Illumicase.
Cell phones. Everyone has one, and that means that cell phone cases are in high demand. What other accessory protects your lifeline and is as visible as your cell phone case? Finding a case that fits your style and represents your personality can be a headache. There's so many cases on the market in different shapes, colors, and designs. Introducing Illumicase. A new style of cell phone case that showcases your individuality and doesn't get old. Through unique, interchangeable, and customizable features, Illumicase protects, projects, and personifies. Here's how it works. Step 1, select a case. Step 2, choose a color. Step 3, choose your illuminator, a symbol that's unique to you. Step 4, choose your personal logo. A logo is a design that says something about you. Whether you're feeling sinister, beautiful, or fearless, express yourself through your logo. And step 5, light it up. Choose out of 8 colored lights by pressing the illuminator. You'll be sure to stand out and show off your custom case every time you get a call or text message. And the best feature of Illumicase? You can change your case as often as you change your mind. Simply visit Illumicase.com and select a new illuminator or logo and switch the interchangeable pieces. So, what represents you? Whatever it might be, showcase yourself with the Illumicase.
Ladies and gentlemen, we here at Illumicase believe that each one of you is different and unique in personality and in character. And we believe that just like the clothes you wear change day in and day out to match your style, so too should your phone case. We market to teenagers, ages 13 to 16 years old, through social media, brand ambassadors, vloggers, and search engine optimization. Through these techniques, we create a brand loyal customer. And we do this through our free Illumiclub. Illumiclub, as I said, is completely free to join. But by doing so, it unlocks 2 unique aspects. The first is limited edition designs. Limited edition designs are a series of designs that are available on our website for a 2-week time period, and after which are permanently deleted. This creates value within these designs, and in the long run, we hope to create a tradable commodity similar to the Disney Pin Collector series. This also brings our club from a virtual world to the real world. The other aspect that Illumiclub unlocks is our Create Your Own Design contest. Every month we hold a contest where other club members can upload their own designs and vote and comment on their favorite. At the end of the month, the top 5 illuminators and top 5 logos become public the following month. This creates interaction between our brand and our customer. And through our comment section, it creates a community within Illumicase, which is different than what our competitors are doing. Competitors such as OtterBox, LifeProof, and Vistaprint. OtterBox and LifeProof, currently both owned by OtterBox as of 2013 in May, are geared towards a 25 to 50-year-old demographic, whose main concern is your cell phone is protected. Here at Illumicase, we also believe your cell phone should be protected, and through our strong polyethylene and polypropylene blended material, your cell phone is sure to be protected through whatever life throws at you. But we also believe that your cell phone case should be an extension of your personality. It should say something about you, and that should be able to change however many times you want it to. Vistaprint takes a blank white cell phone case and lets you upload any design that you want onto it, which gives you the customizable aspect. However, the material that they use is cheaper than Illumicase or OtterBox standards. And we believe that rather than going back onto a website and purchasing an entire new cell phone case, the cell phone case you have already should be able to change as often as you like. The other thing that differentiates us between our competitors is our revenue channels. The classic scenario for a cell phone case provider has been a one-and-done model, which limits growth for their consumers. However, with Illumicase, we've added on long-term revenue models to build our customers through our brand. Our short-term revenue channel is our initial case purchase for $39.95 that comes with the initial case, the illuminator, and logo. However, in the long term, those interchangeable pieces can be repurchased back at our website for $4.95. And with brand licensing agreements and future R&D of a technological product such as Illumicase, it expands our market to even further potential. Right now, in the beginning stages, we've validated our market with over 300 surveys that we've collected from our target demographic. We've heard what people like and don't like about cell phone cases and applied them to our prototypes. And then we've taken it a step farther with our focus groups that we've held, one-on-ones, hearing what people like and don't like about our prototypes firsthand. And then we've taken it even farther with 14 pre-orders that have just opened up in the past 4 days. But we're not done there. The next step for us is to go through a crowdfunding site through collegestartupfunding.com with hopes to raise $50,000 for initial tooling costs and inventory. So, what represents you? Whatever it might be, showcase yourself with your very own Illumicase.
So I get the illuminator, plays into the name of Illumicase, but not everybody I think is going to want their cell phone case to light up, and I understand it's nice for branding as well. I guess why have that as part of the model though? Why not just do kind of crowdsourced case design and voting on the top ones and all
Yeah. Well, the cell phone case market has been gearing more towards younger demographics now. There's been kids that have been aged 10 to 13 that now have cell phones, and they view it more of a toy than a tool than you and I see it. And so an illuminated case such as that, in their eyes, makes it seem like a toy. There is an option on there to turn it off as well if you would like, but the illuminator just adds an emphasis of them liking it as more of a toy commodity.
So I was looking over your plan, and the question I have is, did you take consideration the vast number of cell phones? I mean, are you saying that you only make cases for the top 10 popular for that year? Because I mean, the market every year changes, or every 2-3 years you change.
Right.
And that can come into effect of your retooling costs, sizing, R&D. I mean, when that cell phone comes out, you got to be able to make that case pretty quick.
Right, and that's something that we take into account. The one constant thing about technology is it does change. And we started with the iPhone 5 and 5S because with the market we're looking at, they're starting to get those free phones, and they're more adaptable to a new case rather than in the retailer having an on-point decision purchase. So in the future, we are looking to expand it to different cell phones as well. We want to stick with Apple within this year, seeing as though they have very limited amount of SKUs compared to Droids. Apple is what we'd like to focus on with an iPhone 5, 5S, which we're coming out with, and the iPhone 6 in 3 months after our sales start from the 5 and 5S.
Have you done durability testing of the attachment points to know whether the case is going to?
Yes, that is definitely something that we've considered. With the prototype that we have right now, we're still tweaking it very slightly to make the clips very secure. That is something that we want to bring across, is it's not just something that has interchangeable pieces with it, it also does protect your cell phone.
So what is the size differential and the weight differential that the case adds to the phone?
Right, that was something we also liked to learn from our demographics. Something that OtterBox had before is they had 8mm thick cases, and they started to lose a lot of their market because it was too thick, and no one liked how big and bulky the case was. So something we took into account was how thick ours was, and it adds about 5mm, which is comparable to what the OtterBox is right now. Also with the weight, the iPhone 5 actually does make a majority of that weight that's on there right now. It's a very slight amount of weight. I don't have the number at the top of my head, but the weight differential between the case being on and the iPhone 5 is very minimal.
You mentioned OtterBox a couple of times. They have a two-part system, right?
Yeah.
A rubber exterior that further protects the phone against hazards. This looks like a one-piece system. Have you tested it for durability and the protective features on the phone?
Yeah, we're working on actually making videos of us throwing it against the wall to show that it would stand force such as this. That's something that's going to be able to come across much better than actual numbers and statistics to our demographic.
One last question. Have you considered a subscription model rather than a per change-out type of?
We have thought of a subscription model. That is also in our long-term forecast. I think it's next year, but yes, you're ahead of us.
Why do you love this idea? What really attracted you to it?
I love this idea because ever since I was growing up, I didn't really fit in. It wasn't until I actually came across art in junior high where I really found my calling. And that kind of passion that I can put through art is kind of how I drove the Illumicase. I want everyone to have their own unique voice and to be themselves.
One last question. Have you considered 3D printing infringing on the ability to come up with unique cases?
Yes, we actually have a patent that's already, we have a provisional patent issued right now, and we're working on a utility patent. Also with the lens that you see there, there's small divots underneath it that diffuse those LED lights, which is, without those divots, it wouldn't be able to throw off that light as you see it here. If anyone came out with something with LEDs, they're only meant to single fire, so they would need a whole grid of LEDs, which would drive their cost through the roof.
Do you have any information on how successful the other companies have been with their cases?
How successful they are, like major ones like OtterBox. I do know that in the past year they've actually had to downsize 30% of their manufacturing because of the thickness issue that I was talking about. They had 11 different manufacturers and they had to cut 5 of them just because of that thickness issue. Recent sales, I wouldn't be able to actually tell you numbers of recent sales.
So I guess it's just about my thought, but you said your target demographic is ages 13 to 16. Yes. At your price point, do you feel that's going to be something that they can buy, or is it going to be mother and father, or brother and sister, and grandparents that's really buying it? And are the parents really going to say, yes, I'm going to buy you that, knowing that they might just have to change it out later on?
Right. You're looking at our user, influencer, and our end buyer. And that's something that our user and our influencer end up being the same person, but our buyer is going to be mom and dad. What we've done is we've been standing outside of stores such as Charming Charlie's, where we actually have the mothers with the daughters recent in the past couple months, and that's where we've gotten pre-orders actually. And it's been the influencers, the teenage, younger girls that asked their parents for it, and they're very willing and open to actually purchase the case on spot that we found, because they actually want to fulfill what their kid wants.
All right, judges. Any final questions?